One time I was there and I saw Sewa calling me, and he said, Daddy is on the line. There is something going on. So I picked up and he said, Nabila to say. I said, yeah. Say, me person muyi free show. And guess what? Ofori has been on his show at the birthday party. So me, I thought everything was cool. But the reason why everything went smoothly was because I used somebody that he had a soft spot for. Yeah, which was Sewa here.
Okay.
So I used Sewa to be the intermediary between the two of us. So there were things but the challenges that we went through, it wasn't easy.
Even with that soft spot.
Yeah. So guess what? We had a meeting with him, and he asked us to come to the house. Went to the house, we spoke nicely and everything. And he was like, oh, he himself has not played any show for a very long time. So he's looking forward to this event and blah, blah, blah. Then he said, who are the artists that we want to add to him? I mentioned, listen to it very carefully.
Yeah.
I mentioned KK Fosu. I mentioned Akwabwa. And he said, oh, yeah, Akwabwa self, they do some music. So they will release soon.
Yeah.
Then I mentioned Ofori. Then I mentioned Kofi T. So Makola Accra, all those things. We finished then. I said Kwame Eugene. And Sewa said, I do Rapaholic, so I'll see if I can bring Sarkodie. It was like, oh, I was like, oh, I can't promise, but I will just speak to him to see if he will come. And we left. Then we made our first payment. Then publicity started. Immediately the publicity started. One time I was there and I saw Sewa calling me, and he said, Daddy is on the line. There is something going on. So I picked up and he said, Nabila to say. I said, yeah. Say, me person muyi free show.
No, I wasn't expecting this.
You see, this time triple
strength.
I was like,
Nabil.
I said, oh, Daddy, that's it. No, say. And guess what? Ofori has been on his show at the birthday party. So me, I thought everything was cool. So I say,
oh God.
Me person muyi free show no so. I'm sure Daddy then I so. No say, and I said that I'm mobile and more and bow for it. No. Then so I was like, oh, Daddy, you're boni dio. Say, but Indra no be friend me free landing say, Ofori can confirm no mudidi matem. I was like, so I was like, but you yourself, you didn't hear this guy having anything to do with that. So Obina fell free landing.
No catcher. So
we started going to the second gear by apologizing and say, oh, Daddy, we've already started publicity and all those things. So if we take Ofori abruptly like that, it will start raising questions.
Yeah.
So we should leave him on the show. Either we let him perform after, or you say, but there be a some way there, and you know Lumba can refund your money to you
at any time.
Yes, Lumba is one of the artists
and
that when he's
paid him then.
Yes,
full payment.
When it's full payment.
Okay.
When he's coming to your show, he has your money in his hands. Yes, that's Lumba. He will leave. Yes.
Payment is not guaranteed.
Yes. Payment is not guaranteed. He can come for the event, all right.
Yeah.
But he has your money. If you do any fefe, like I said, Abanti, usi kanini o. But I see he will leave. So I was very, I was just hanging. So we spoke to him, and he said, okay, he will get back to us. So that was where I would thank Sewa for doing the other side. So spoke to him, and he said, okay, then what we can do is to make sure that either Ofori will perform before he comes or he will perform after. But I didn't know anything that was going on between himself and Ofori, because Ufuri had been at your birthday party.
Yeah.
You put your hands around his neck and all those things. So what is going on? And guess what? You know, I didn't tell any of Ufuri's management about this.
Oh.
This is the first time I'm talking about this.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I didn't tell them. So when Frankie Jeku was coming for Ufuri's, I was very hesitant. I was like, Charlie, I was like, that's him. And I'm sure, you know, I'm like that with
Yeah.
He could sense that there is something. But I managed the situation. I was like, no, you don't worry, we'll sort it out. I say, Daddy, I'm sure, no, maybe like, so he kept asking me what time they are coming on, and I kept like tossing him, because I knew what I was going through at the time. So the day came, and he wanted to come on stage by 10 o'clock. And we also started the show at 8. And 10 o'clock there. But by the time we were saying we'll be on by any sign. But and you see, Lumba is one plug. So the show started. Then surprisingly, he called. He was like, Mimbra, Sisi and I said, me mama time kakra. Everybody was like, eh? What is happening? You know, because Lumba wouldn't do that. I said, well, now, Mimbra be say 11:30 and we said, okay, in the dad in patrol train kakra. No, say okay, we are ready and I'm on the family. So when we were ready, we sent the dispatch and they went for him and he came. Even when he came, he was like, oh, we should take our time. We should make sure that everything is in sync. Like we make sure, sorry, this guy, Andy Dusty is well placed and all that. And God being so good, that was one of his best performing like time since he started his musical career.
What you say in recent times?
That's what he told me.
That's what he told you.
Yes. Because after the show, he was like Mabo show, but this is one of the shows that Miami Bori and Mitumuse Menyaji, because he said he had a lot of people calling him from abroad.
Wow.
The children were calling, like everybody was calling. And
When was this event?
It was 15th of February.
So that's like one of the last events.
Yes. That was like his last major event. And that was on the show.
After that, performed.
Yes, he did.
Before
he was the last to perform. And that was the show that he said that Mama Menia Jama semi watch na crowd. Yes, that was the show.
The videos that she
said. Yeah. He said it on stage. It was like so everybody was like, why is this man saying this at this time? And this happened, you know. So when you go on Instagram and Facebook, and even people started posting that particular video and his utterances and all those things. So that's how we worked with Lumba.
Did you pay 300,000 or more or less?
Or more.
More than that?
Yeah.
How much do you pay?
Oh, Charlie,
you were able to say the 300,000, so
let him rest for now.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But working with Lumba was interesting.
It was
very interesting. Yeah. Because after the show, he was really every time he was calling. I said, and Lumba does not entertain people in his house.
Yeah.
But the way he was going on and on, I was like, oh, Mumba Fee, oh, Mama Miniaji. Every time he was calling. So we actually we're planning a show for 28th of December this year with him, which we had already booked the venue and everything.
Charlie.
And this happened.
Charlie. Please tell me you went for the fufu at least.
We couldn't.
Oh, Charlie. Memories.
We couldn't.
All right.